Hey everybody, we're Inverted Axes.
Yeah, we are.
Am I?
That's it.
That's all you needed to know.
Welcome to our
Thanks for
Dungeons and
tuning in,
Dragons
everyone.
game. We play the D&Ds.
Eventually.
Eventually.
You don't gotta call us out like that, you know? Damn, dog. All right. Yeah. So everybody, shut up. Let's recap. Let's talk. You know what? Let's rap.
I can't.
Can we pokey rap?
Huh?
Pokey
Oh,
rap.
like Electro, Diglett, Nidoran, Mankey, Venusaur, Rattata, Pharaoh, Pidgey. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go.
I can spit bars. Don't
You're
worry
getting
about
him
it.
off. You're getting him off.
Yeah,
perfectly.
you're the next Eminem. I meant the
Anyway.
kid.
Thanks. Yeah, so let's recap. So where we last left off, you guys had taken a couple nights on your journey through to Uzmir. It's never been pronounced any other way than that, by the way.
True.
To deliver a chest to a man named Jameson. Along the way, you found an owl bear, which Alton, you ripped open with your bare hands and some weird magic. And on this would be your fourth day. Yeah, fourth day. On your 7-day-ish journey, you ran into some guards who generally patrol the road, and you discovered that Uzmir is currently under siege from what you were told is an army from Egliston. Believing that you still wanted to complete your delivery, since you are the most noble of messengers, you decided to carry the chest that Peyton is quite literally attached to and send Whispering Thunder on his way back home.
Sad day.
Yeah.
Can't
Oh, and
believe
Kamari had some weird dreams.
Yes. And let's not forget, Ben has a bet with the guardsman. 5 gold,
He
I
does.
remember.
Come on, Clarence.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, dawn breaks, boys. Y'all go through a fantastic sleep, drop some stuff on the ground as you're cleaning up your camps. That's okay. Not a
I'm so
big deal.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I have trouble putting on my armor.
Understandable.
That's what I
What
said.
would you like to do?
Was I successful throughout the night to remove the magic on the manacle?
Roll an Arcana check for me, big boy. I'm in a
Okay.
weird mood. Just a
failed.
heads up.
9.
As opposed to
9.
That was with a +5.
So, as you're investigating this manacle that's around your wrist, you notice a lot of runes that are engraved on it. And having checked the night before and spent the night working on it, there were some runes that you decided to try to modify and like scratch out, just to see if you could break the actual magic that's tying you to this chest. You're not so after working on it, you're not confident that the magic itself is broken. You think that it may be different though. You're not
Okay.
certain how.
Retro.
Cool.
Shaggy. So is everyone ready to go? We do have a siege delivery to make.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to remove this thing, so
Why
someone's
don't
gonna
you
have
try
to help
walking
me.
further than 30 feet away to see if it works?
You should run.
Sure.
I would-
I try
I
and walk
think-
31 feet away.
Okay. You get what you think is 31 feet away, and nothing seems to happen.
Try 32 feet.
Yeah, I keep
Take it slow.
walking one foot at a time.
Okay. Yeah. You
Um,
walk.
I start to just lift the chest a little,
Okay.
just in case anything were to happen. I don't want
Okay.
to just like cement it to the ground. Give
Okay.
him a little wiggle room.
Do I notice anything about the manacle or the chest or the magic bowl?
So you get like 32, 33, 35, 37 feet away, and everything seems fine.
Try to get to 40 feet.
You get to 40 feet,
Yes,
and that's when you notice a tug. Dune, you feel a tug on the other side. The chest is, as he's walking, trying to move forward as well.
Okay.
Not that kind of tug, Brickley.
I'm gonna whisper to Dune. Dune, let's grab the chest and throw the chest to make him fall. That will be funny.
Did I hear this?
I mean, if you're nearby, I don't know. Are you trying to whisper that?
Yeah.
Are you like whispering
He
that,
said he was
Kamari?
whispering it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Call
make
it, I
a-
think 40 feet's the range.
Ben, make a perception check.
Cool, I'm dope at those. Well, how does an 18 do you?
18. You catch it. You catch what he's trying to say.
I just give
How do you-
Kamari a look.
Okay. I'm going to go to
Um,
the other side of the chest.
Um,
Is this a good look? Or
I
not?
say, let's just start running. And
I like
we're
that.
not full speed sprinting. Just start picking up a pace and give Peyton a knowing look as we both kind of
Okay.
I
start
start running towards
shuffling in the
Peyton,
opposite
right?
direction.
I'm gonna
Okay,
try and
so-
run to Peyton.
Is this a
run to
strength
Peyton.
check?
Yeah, so this is gonna be a contesting strength check. Dune or Kamari, either one of you can make it, and whoever makes the strength. Actually, no, yeah, which one of you makes it does it with advantage, or you can roll it separately. You know what? I don't. Either's fine.
Yeah, let's
Separately
get
or-
instead of advantage, we just both go because then that's kind of the
Sure.
same thing, right?
Peyton's got that look on his face, like
I
got this.
And do we
Yeah.
add our strength modifier?
Yeah, add your strength modifier.
Would be a strength check if you did.
You mean
Sorry
subtract
for
your
that.
strength modifier. Thank you very much.
I rolled a 21.
So, holy fuck! All right.
Yeah, I got a 16.
Peyton.
Okay, you know how in Through the Breach there's like severities?
Yeah,
He severely beat me. I'm 10.
that's
Ken?
you have a
Okay.
-1 to strength.
I am going to try and catch Peyton as he probably gets ripped off his feet, though.
So, so you are 40 feet away from Peyton. So that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
All right. If I know that, then I'm just going to try and stop.
So-
I'm going to try and trip Kamari.
Ooh, that's not nice.
Okay, so you want to try to trip Kamari as they're running.
Yeah.
Okay.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, what could go wrong? I mean, I did get him with a horse.
Fair. Okay, so I believe that's going to be a strength check from you.
Like athletics or strength?
Let's go athletics. That's fine.
I'm like doing the straight up like leg sweep kick.
Sure.
Now is he doing that before we even ran, or have we started to run? Because he's at max distance and we
you-
started moving.
You've started to run. He's chasing and now trying to basically either, I don't know if you want a football tackle or soccer slide tackle. Really up to you. Your
I'm just saying
flavor.
Peyton's
I'm
at
like
max
literally-
duration.
Oh yeah, I'm
Are you talking to
being
me about
pulled.
slide tackling?
Yeah, you both the tackle. I want to know how you're trying to take his legs out.
I'm literally like trying to like field goal kick his legs from out from under.
Okay, so here's what happens. Okay,
Charlie
Kamari
Browning.
and Dune both have like an end of the chest. They start to go. Peyton, you're ripped off your feet, arm back up in the air, and you're sliding along your back. Well, your butt and your back backwards. As this is happening, Ben's running after both of them, trying to kick Kamari square in the legs as hard as possible.
I rolled an 18.
An 18? All right. Kamari, you get kicked pretty hard. He kind of gets his legs against, like, he hits you in the side of the leg, and it continues on through until it's like between both of yours. So he does trip you, and you do fall. Dune, make a dexterity check.
All right.
Through
10.
all of this,
Ken?
Alden is just like shaking his head and just picking the stuff up from the camp. Like,
Dune, you don't really catch it happening. So as Kamari goes down, still holding onto his end of the chest, you kind of get pulled backwards a little bit, and you end up keeping your feet, but you're no longer running forward. And Peyton, you come to
I'm
a
just
halt on the
hustling.
ground.
With the fastest I can, I'm hustling. I'm with the whole chest in my arms now. Then doing it
Oh,
I'm
alone.
going to try and grab. I'm
Kamari
trying to
doesn't
grab.
let go. Kamari is holding on.
I'm
to his
shaking
end
it
of the
from him now. He's on the ground. I gotta go.
chest. Kamari,
I'm gonna
are you
grab
letting go
on
of
the
the chest?
Kamari.
Yeah, I'm going to let go.
Okay,
Damn
so
it.
All right, let's go. Dude, what's your speed?
40 feet.
Ben, what's your speed? 30, right?
30, yeah.
So the
He is
total
carrying
outrun.
a chest. He is carrying a chest, and I am just running.
The
Yeah,
strong
faster
100
than
pound chest. 100 pound.
you. Faster than you, bro.
You're wearing armor, bud.
Okay, hold on. Let me cast a spell.
Can I
real quick.
cast a spell?
That's what I just said.
Yes, you can try to cast a spell. Keep in mind your back is to them,
I cast
and you
sleep.
can't see them.
That's what I was gonna cast. Can we combine
the
our
range?
sleep spells?
What's the range of sleep?
Probably
Oh.
more than 40 feet.
90 feet.
Yeah. He's always gonna be within 40 feet of you, so I'm gonna let him cast it because he has more spells.
All right. So yeah, you can cast it. So you kind of look over your shoulder. You see Dune just running along with the chest.
Oh, God.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
yell out, "Run, dude, run!"
I'm like laughing to myself as I'm hucking this thing along.
Alright, I will roll
I'll be right back, guys.
the dice. Oh god, I rolled low. No. Oh, what's your health, Aaron?
Yeah, how many hit points do you have, Aaron?
Oh fuck, it's not high enough.
Low. 27, I think.
27, yeah.
I
Yeah.
rolled 22.
20. All right, so you kind of get a little sleepy for a second, but you shake it off.
You son of a bitch, stop!
Each of both of you strength contest, please.
A continued strength contest. Oh, what'd you get, Charity?
A 4.
3.
A 3.
I got a 22.
Oh,
Okay.
Ugh.
So I want to just keep running for a few more feet.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna just kind of huck it forward a bit and sprint back to Peyton before he's even gathered himself. I'm hoping just like get right back to him while it's tumbling forward a bit.
Okay. Jeez. Peyton, how much do you weigh?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
I don't know. I'm normal human size, so let's say $170.
Like 70? Okay. Give me 1 second.
he's doing some quick math.
$170 with 20 pounds of gear, so 190.
190? Okay. No problem. So make a. I want you to make another strength check for me. Actually, Aaron. Yeah. Because you're trying to throw 100-pound chest away from you versus 190 pounds of human.
Yeah, I'm kind of just letting it go with the momentum
Okay.
more than anything. Just like letting it go and running back
Okay.
at him.
That's
But,
fine. You don't have to make a roll. If you're not trying to huck it, then we're fine. If you're trying to huck it, I need you to make a roll.
No, more just like letting the momentum go and.
Okay.
I'm not trying to keep him moving forward,
All right. really.
Just like I don't want it anymore.
You're not trying to pull his arm out of the socket or not. That's
No,
fine.
no.
Okay.
Not that.
Yeah. So Dune runs for a bit and then just kind of lets the chest go, and your arm kind of goes from like being pulled back here to just falling on the ground, and you kind of skid a bit and then stop.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do I see him running at me?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I try and get up, right?
Sure. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
I would say even with his speed, he's still almost as max range away from you. So I would say you could get up before he gets to you.
Okay. I get up
And I guess Junior just running at him.
Yeah, just running at him.
Is there aggression behind this? Like
Not
sprint?
really. I'm not like angry eyed or anything. I'm just like a dog running back home. just having fun more than anything.
All right, I just brush myself off and rub my shoulder, which is slowly being yanked out of the socket nonstop.
First there was a horse, then there was your friends.
Yeah. Do
Yeah,
I have
I run
to
up.
take damage
I'm-
from any of this?
No, even with the speed that he was moving, like he's basically dragging a fair bit of weight. You're
Alright.
fine.
Okay.
Just as I'm reaching Peyton, I just want to like kind of stop to a trot in front of him,
Mhm.
kind of laughing a little bit, and just say, "That was for the horde," and that's it. And then walk away.
Fair's fair. Just remember, you sleep at night.
Just remember, you're locked to a box I can run with.
And I go over towards the chest and like start dragging it along with me.
I mean, you're not like the strongest person, that's for sure, but you can definitely like pick it up and walk with it. It's a little heavy, but
I'm gonna carry it for Peyton. I'm just gonna pat his back and just be like, that was fun, and I'll just take it and I'll just carry it.
Sorry about that, guys.
it's all good, buddy.
It's also
Okay.
blast.
So yeah, Kamari comes and takes the chest from you, Peyton, and everything seems right as rain.
Thanks.
I'm just kind of
So I blacked out for like 2 minutes there. Did something weird happen?
Dune
No?
just ran for a bit and then let the chest go.
we are friends now, Ben.
Yep.
Yeah.
We are who is friends?
Me and Peyton. And I'm gonna like, oh, I'm carrying the chest. You know
Hit him
what?
with it.
I'll smack him with my tail. There you go.
For a second, I thought you said you and I were friends because I kicked your legs out from under you. And
No,
we're
I'm
like,
still
okay.
gonna get you for that.
I mean, you can certainly try.
And yeah, I'm just gonna like look up into the sky for and just thinking of ways to get back at them.
I mean, I was trying to put. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm talking to a wall.
Well,
It's
while
fine.
I'm walking back towards everybody, I just like telepathically ask Eden if it's safe around us, or like the path is clear ahead.
Yeah, she's like up ahead, hovering, and she says, "Yeah, there's nothing ahead that I can see that's out of the ordinary."
Okay. So how are we getting to Usmir exactly?
We are walking.
Well, I mean the path we're taking.
We are taking the regular path, but we are staying off the road. No.
Okay. I'll keep trying to see if I can break this spell, but it's a lot trickier than I thought it was going to be.
Is there any cover or anything, or are we just like on the grass next to a path?
We're in
Yeah,
a
it's-
tree line, I
it's-
think.
Yeah, there's like some hills. You have like sporadic trees and everything like that, but there's not really a ton of cover out this way.
I mean,
Okay.
it would be easier to hide without a horse than with a horse.
I don't think a group of 5 of us is going to be easier or better to hide with any amount of extra things.
I mean,
We're not going to be
Hypo-
hidden.
let's talk about the hypothetical. We are going down the street, down this road, and we see someone very far off in the distance. Maybe we see them before they see us. If we have a horse, we have to then get this horse off into the cart, but maybe we could just hide in some tall grass, like you know how we do. And then they walk past, and then we are fine. We can do that with a horse.
I would like to remind you when you all got ran over by this horse you think isn't fast enough to hide.
I mean, it was walking in a straight line, and our backs were turned, so it's
It
not
sure
really-
was walking in a straight line, wasn't it?
That
All we're
doesn't
standing here
matter.
debating is people are
This is-
dying in Elsmere.
We know that the horse is good at trampling. We do not know if the horse is good at hiding.
Alright.
You named him and you
We're
let him
burning
go.
daylight. We might as
No,
well.
we sent him back home to the comfort of Peyton's family.
You gave him to strangers on a road.
Sure, whatever, man.
Doesn't care much for animals, this guy.
Sure, whatever, man.
I miss thunder already.
You can use Burn Thunder. If you're going to use it, his name.
You
Use
don't
his
get to
name
use
as
his
well.
name anymore.
I'm the one who gave him his name. Why can't I use it?
You're the one who gave him away.
No, we moved on. We kept him from danger. Yes.
During all this, Alton has just started walking.
Okay.
Austin,
So-
you're going in the wrong direction.
You're really new to traveling, huh?
Like jaw set, head down, kind of like Alton's grumpy today. It seems
Brooding?
he's brooding.
Brooding a bit. I just walk up to next to Alton and say, I get it.
I don't think you do.
I mean,
That
he's a
too.
good horse. I don't know.
There's so many apples left.
Too many apples left.
I did not know everyone was so attached to the sport. Listen, if the horse makes it back to Ventus,
I
We
don't like the
survived.
if.
well, you're the one who is worried, so I'm using your language here. I am confident he will make it back, just like I'm confident that Claire.
More than that, we lost the whole stream.
Yeah.
Actually, back.
Sorry about that. I think it'll be back in a second. Maybe. Oh no! Don't tell me I have to. Don't tell me I
No.
have to.
No.
You have to set it up for everybody again.
No.
I don't.
Oh, it's
Nope.
all off.
Oh
his back.
no!
But
Oh,
it's the wrong
no.
size.
This we may have a quick
Oh.
technical difficulty. Little bit of
Pop it
a
up,
problem.
Hit that BRB screen.
We're trying a new thing today with the stream using
no.
Discord, and it got different all of a sudden. So give me a second here. Someone is still reconnecting. Brickley
Nope.
for me, sorry.
Oh.
Once Brickley reconnects, it should be good again.
Oh,
hear
that's why it's all.
Yeah, it doesn't work unless everyone's connected.
Can you drop and come back?
Sure.
2020, am I right?
That's how it got. Oh, that got real weird.
I don't actually know why I have to redo it in Discord, but
Hold on. Let Brickley's cam come back.
so they're gonna be wonky for a second.
Hey.
And now if I do this, it should be good again.
Oh, hell no.
Oh no. Oh, I see. It changed the window. All right, 1 second. I'll change them back. This
Can we
one,
turn off that auto thing?
we might have to do that.
I just don't know how to do that. Is that a server setting?
Hey, chat wants me to play Alton now, so.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
I think because we're all switching.
around.
I'm just gonna
Look at me, I'm a big dumb barbarian. Head.
There we turn off the inactive channel for now, so you should stay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, didn't think about that. We could just get
Sorry for the minor
sent to the
technical
shadow
issues.
realm. Yeah, we're gonna need a technical difficulty screen, or
It's just like permanently up.
yes.
On with the stream.
Hey, we got a show name now. Technical difficulties. Sorry about that.
D&D and problems.
There you go.
All right. So you guys begin your walk once more on foot.
Yeah, walking along.
Walking along. And okay, so you guys are trying to stay off of the main road. How far away from the main road are you like looking to stay? Just so I have a frame of reference here.
Probably
How far away
like
is the
10
tree
feet.
line?
Hmm?
How
There
far
is
away
no
is the
tree
tree
line.
line? Oh,
There's not really a tree line yet. It's like sporadic trees more than anything. There's like rolling hills. I'd say you could probably stay off. Like you could stay within like eyesight of the road if you're looking to do something like that. Um, you'd probably be looking at staying, I don't know, 60 feet or so, like off of the road, just so that you wouldn't be like, so that way you'd have like partial cover as like the hills go by and all the different trees and stuff that are scattered throughout this way. Sorry.
That sounds fine, seeing as someone gave up our horse.
with that limited like cover though, it means Eden's vision's like super far then, right?
Yeah.
While
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
flying around. Okay.
Yep.
We should know well ahead of anybody else if there's something up ahead. So
Okay.
I think it's all right. It's just going to be a slower pace.
Yeah. So you guys go through, and you continue your travels throughout the this less tame area. You make it through the day. Nothing. Let's give it one more. That's broken. Yeah, you guys make it through the rest of the day, I would say, without running into anything else. You see some wildlife scattered throughout, but with the warnings that you get from Eden ahead of time for anything that might be big and nasty, you guys avoid any trouble. Now, from this point, once you guys kind of get towards more sunset, Eden does say there are many men up ahead. We'll run into them tomorrow, probably after hours of walking. But in the distance, I can see several campfires, and I can make out tents, and I can see the city, and even like at some peaks now, you guys can begin to see the walls far off in the distance. You can, if judging from where you guys would be, you would even potentially be able to see some of the side of Uzmir leading down into the ocean itself, but only at like when you're at peak hills and you guys have clear line sight, like no trees or anything like that. But you guys know that you're probably going to be looking at reaching what you would call like the outskirts of the city, which Eden would relay to you. There is a lot of farmland out that way, probably by early to mid afternoon tomorrow.
Okay. I am going to. I'll ask Eden to just like fly out towards like all the like campfires and stuff are, just to scout it out a bit more in detail, and then come back and let me know.
Okay. Yeah, and she says, "All right, we'll do," and she just flies off.
So I relay the basic information back to everybody.
Mhm.
So we're getting close to town, but it looks like there's definitely a siege. I'll have Eden scout out more details.
We should probably keep our fires low tonight, just in case we have any unwanted guests.
Yeah.
I hate you so much.
I changed it so you didn't have to hear it again because I care about you.
This is better. Okay. Diligent watches tonight, my friends.
Do we want to walk directly toward people that we see ahead, or do we want to try and skirt around them to another wall of the city?
I say we go ahead, Peyton. I am sorry.
Oh, well, we should probably wait until Eden comes back and lets us know more detail of what the situation looks like.
This is what I was going to say, but yes, that.
So just travel off to the side as far as we can, away from the path, and camp out when we can.
Just try and find some cover so that we can maybe hide our fire.
Yeah, if we can find like a ditch or something where you could do the fire.
Is there any wood in this area that doesn't burn smoke?
Make a nature check.
I'm probably so good at those.
It's like all the other checks you've been doing lately.
Ooh, it's a -1 for a
Ooh, it's my
total
strength
of
check.
3.
3.
4 minus 1.
Okay. You're not sure. There's definitely some wood that you're able to gather, but you're not confident that it won't have any smoke. So hard to
Maybe
say.
we just do we do no fire tonight. Is everyone okay with that?
Is it warm enough to do that?
It might be a little chilly, but like this isn't like winter or anything. You guys are just in like early to mid autumn. So
Do we still have the owl bear pelt?
I believe Dune took that, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, someone wanted me to wear it, but I said no, thank you. So if anyone else grabbed it, they have
has
it.
it-
But
I was just wondering if it's dried out or not yet, since it's been a couple days.
I would say at this point, yeah. Like you might want to. I mean,
It's probably
obviously
still a
it
little
probably
damp.
smells awful, and you'd probably want to give it a wash because of the bits attached to it.
The bits. The bits.
I'm
and
clean, but
bytes.
I'm not that clean.
Pretty much.
Okay. Let's look for a place and bed down. Or at least hang out for a while.
Mhm.
Till we get back from you then.
And you guys are able to find like kind of like a decent spot that's like in front of you. That's where like a new hill would kind of begin. So you guys are kind of in like a ditch, or at least a lower laying part of the land. Have some decent tree cover around you as well. It's not difficult to find. There's areas like that all over here. And before too long, Eden does come back. She says there are many men, probably thousands. I've noticed many camps, many tents. They seem to be fairly organized. There are some scouts along the way. Some men do patrol the road. What is there anything else? What else are you looking for?
Was there like a way around them, or is the entire city like besieged?
The city itself is besieged. Can she I know she can relay information. Can she relay like visuals to you or no? I don't know how good your psychic connection is.
No, I would have to like warg into her, and I didn't do
basically.
it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. I let everybody know that like the entire town's surrounded by thousands of men. I don't know exactly how we're gonna get past it.
Hope they didn't choose the, expedited shipping option.
because that's our job today, isn't it? I don't think. Yeah, what's the late fee on this?
Wait a second. So Uzmir is like a coastal city, right? So it's got
Yes.
a port.
Mm-hmm.
I
It has
asked Eden was the like seaside also surrounded by ships, or was that open?
no ships. Not that she saw.
Okay.
Which make a knowledge history check for me. You do a lot of studying. You read books.
Nerd.
Never alert.
12.
12. I would say the knowledge sort of surprises you. Eglistan's far. Like, other end of the continent far.
So it's strange that they brought all these troops without ships.
Or they got here by some other means.
But the water might be our only way to get actually into the city then. If it's not being like patrolled so heavily like it is on land.
I mean,
Ben, do you know much about the ports here?
yes. Knowing that the only way into the city through the gates and the walls are blocked, and that the water is the only viable option for anyone who is trying to get in. Anyways, I would have it heavily guarded, or at least patrolled often. But it is doable. It's going to be hard without a ship. Like we could just swim to the city. We would probably get very hurt crashing into the rocks upon the.
And Ben, you would know just from having spent so much time in Izmir that it is built like straight up onto a cliffside.
Yes, that too. Cliffside. We have to swim and then climb.
Climb, swim, but yeah. Unless you're diving, I mean that's up to you. But
You know what I mean. It's going to be difficult if we use the water, but it's still doable.
I don't know how doable it is with this, and I'm
We'd
gonna
need a
have to
boat.
really try and break this manacle off.
Maybe try and get it to 60 feet or something. Give yourself a little window.
So I don't drown myself.
Immediately. I'm a
Yeah.
pretty good swimmer.
I am mostly worried about Kamari maybe dropping it halfway up the cliff and your arm being ripped off.
Possible.
I can live without an arm, unfortunately. I can't live without breath.
I mean, it'd be hard to do
So-
magic with one hand, no?
Then we need a boat if we're going to go through the water.
We can try. At least it's a plan with somewhere to start.
I spend whenever we do decide this. I'm gonna spend my like watch trying to break the manacle. Still.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna take regular old watches. I don't think
Okay.
we have a ton to talk about until the morning.
no problem. Then Peyton, make an Arcana check for me.
Oh, thank God. 21.
21. Okay. One sec. Where's my notes page? There you go. All right. So this time you're much more confident in what you're doing. You know that this is some fairly strong and, again, unique magic. But you find a set of runes that seems to repeat itself. And you take some time and you're able to kind of carve out and make slight changes to them.
All right.
And when you test it out, well, are you going to test it out tonight or do you want to wait until the morning?
I'll test it out tonight.
Okay. So you are able to get outside of the range. However, the magic of it is strong, and you do notice that occasionally, and you're not able to really reproduce how often or when it happens. Sometimes you do feel that magic pull again, but it's you seem to be able to go a fair bit, sometimes outside the range, before you and the chest start to kind of get pulled back within range of each other of that 40 feet.
Okay. Well, shit. Okay. Is there any way to like open the chest?
It's certainly locked. If you have any of the tools required to unlock it, you are welcome to make a chance.
No, it's okay.
All right.
All right. So, yeah. Aside from doing that, does anything happen during my watch?
No, and the you guys are able to get through watch peacefully. Nothing seems to be coming out this way. Maybe a lot of the more intimidating wildlife out this way has been scared away by the thousands of potential hunting people that aren't too far. And dawn breaks.
Right.
We survived another night.
You
Somehow.
did. You made it.
I think we're becoming experts at this.
Sleeping?
Yeah, it's sleeping through the night.
Surviving sleep, I think.
True.
Oh, because you can't rest when enemies are near, right? That's the Fallout rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're doing great.
You guys checked your radar and there's no red.
So, I might have a bit of a plan. It's more of a Peyton, what we should do is get close enough so you can, as you use the phrase, warg into Eden, and then maybe see if there's a way we can bypass some patrols and maybe go over the wall. If that does not work, we try our luck with the water.
Okay. I also have a way to scout out the water in case there's something below the surface.
That probably won't hurt.
I hope we don't need that.
Okay. Shall we go?
Hold on. What do you mean below the surface?
You mean
Are there
under
big
the
things
water?
swimming in the water like sharks?
Do you think it's normal for a city to be sieged and the giant port isn't being watched?
If they didn't come
Yeah,
from the water,
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's way worse. I thought you meant like sharks. I'm wondering what's underneath the water. Like, I don't want to be in there.
We'll find out.
Just
if
let's
we
not
have-
swim, please.
Why? Did you not learn how to swim when you were a child?
That's neither here nor there. The fact is, I don't want to be in the water.
You did not learn how to swim? I can teach you.
Oh, I know how to swim. Just, like in a lake where there's a bottom I can touch.
So you learn to swim in a kiddie pool.
Yeah. What did you learn to swim in?
The ocean.
No.
It's not really swimming if you can touch the bottom. You know that, right?
Yeah, you like touch the bottom. You do this.
No, you didn't hear what I said. I said it's not really swimming if you can touch the bottom. You know that, right?
Don't worry, Ben. He's going to be touching the bottom if he's in chainmail still.
Whatever.
a good.
I will
point.
try and save you, but I also wear very much armor.
I float very well.
Well, you are built.
Well, let's
for
put the chest on Dune's back.
You can all hold on to me. Maybe not all of you. That'd be ridiculous. But I can help you float a bit if you can
We
swim. Okay.
You can lay on your back and we can sit on your stomach and we build paddles and we all the way.
No.
Sounds like
I
a
like
perfect plan to me.
We could also hollow him out and use him as a canoe.
No.
No.
Just-
I
Alright,
wouldn't
just a
float so
suggestion.
good.
We do
I
have
don't
a
float so
chest
good when hollowed.
that does not float.
Wait, it might float. I think it's empty, and it's sealed. There's
I
a
thought there
chance
was
it would
something
It's
float.
not empty.
Yeah, it's not empty.
I mean, like it's got air in it and it's sealed. I don't know what's in it. Do we know what's in it?
No.
No.
Okay, it could be completely filled with some poison or something, but
It's like 100
Or-
pounds.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy still.
Hmm.
And I still haven't managed to break the spell.
Well, let's go see if we can not avoid. Let's see if we can avoid the water altogether. How about that?
Well,
That sounds
Alton,
ideal.
do you have some sort of magic to float this box?
What do I look like to you? Some sort of buoyancy mage? A boy answer? No.
I thought your
I have to
god would
admit-
help you. Sorry.
That's a pretty good joke. Like 6.5. Pretty good.
Doesn't necessarily work that way, Kamari.
I have to say you're bouncing back from your previous day.
Had some
There's
time
also
to
a buoyancy joke.
there it is.
Okay, seriously, let's go. Because
I'm just feeling a little displaced.
If,
I don't want to dwell, but it'd be very useful to have a wooden cart right about now.
well, it sounds like a dwelling, doesn't it? Bringing
That
it
would
up
be-
sounds a lot like dwelling.
That'd be an excellent boat.
Only in hypotheticals. Hello, dear.
Like a hypothetical being, we need a boat. Yeah.
I'm saying hypothetically, it could float. Not that it was a boat.
I don't think
Anyway.
we have time to explain how wood works, but I think we're okay with avoiding water with the whole chest problem until we absolutely need it.
We really just let's go check to see if we don't need to use the water at all. I feel like we are talking in circles and I am not helping.
So I nudge Peyton. I go, yeah. Now he's an expert on wood.
He's definitely not an expert about gold.
Ooh.
Oh, the joke wasn't at me. Ah, it's much better.
Yeah.
But
I
I'm
thought you
glad
were
you're
making a
feeling
penis
better.
joke.
Alton.
Uh,
Why, you
Get
want to play with my snake again, Ben?
No, I'd rather be on the road walking because we are having a really stupid conversation.
Are we on like? I'm imagining it's like there's water on one half of the path. Like we're on a path, and one way is like grass and plains and maybe trees, and on the other side will eventually be water if we keep going that way.
Yeah, so basically, if you're facing the way you're going, which is
Mhm.
Wismere, to the right,
Yeah.
you would hit ocean. To
Yeah.
the left, you'd hit the road, and then further past that, you would hit more grass.
So are we as a group hoping to go to the right towards the ocean because we may need to bail into the water, but not so close that it's a danger? Because it was a cliff, right? It's a cliff to the ocean, or is it like eventually beaches straight on cliff?
Cliff.
How
The-
big
the-
of a cliff?
Gosh.
cliff-sized.
Yeah. So Peyton, make a history check for me. Make another one.
Hey, 19, I think? Yeah, 19.
19. So you may have even honestly been to Uzmir at some point with your father. Uzmir is built in 3 tiers. So you have the upper tier, which is like cliff height, the top of the cliff. Then you have a middle tier. Then you have your lower tier. Lower tier is where the port is. You're probably looking at several hundred feet of cliff.
Okay.
This is a very large city. Again, this is like
Are there any paths down the cliff safely?
not that you would know of.
Ben, you're from here, right?
Yes. What was the question?
Do you know if there's any way to get down the cliffs safely? If we need to.
Don't fall.
No. Like, if we have to get down the cliffs, is there like a path anywhere that you
I
might
mean,
know of?
they use the cliffs to sort of let boats get higher and higher. So maybe there's stairs.
So you would know that that water lock that you're talking about, that like is built sort of out. Like it's almost like, imagine like there's 3 steps to the ocean, and that's your city. For it to become a very defensible city, you know that the walls go all the way along the side, and there is no paths, at least that you know of, down the sides of those cliffs. It's supposed to make it so it's very hard for somebody to, or like for an invading force to come down and just like hop into the city from the side.
I relay all of that.
Okay. Might be very difficult to do the water side of things then.
I can talk our way in.
Trick is getting around this sieging force.
I mean, I am a rather well-established, person of the church in the city. Maybe I can diplomat my way or our way into the city.
We can try, but how often do you see sieging armies allow people to enter the city they're sieging?
How often do you see men convince thieves to follow the right path? Not often, but I did it.
Well, we hope.
Well, you can innocent until proven. I mean, he was guilty, I suppose.
They were pretty guilty, but hopefully they did listen and they are going back to put themselves in jail.
It's really our best option to try and talk our way into this city that's being sieged.
It's either that or fight our way in. You want to fight our way in?
All right, I'm starting to see some problems here. We have to pass through a sieging army, avoid them, or let them Wait till they allow us to pass, and then convince the city to open the gate and let just us through, and hope the sieging army doesn't come in as well.
And then
We're
kill
not
us
getting in with
afterwards.
permission.
After.
Yeah, we're not getting in with permission.
Okay.
We
So let's
could.
come up with a different plan that doesn't involve talking, because that's sort of my jam.
Well, I say, Peyton, you keep working on getting rid of that thing. We just drop it and bail. Let's just forget the whole thing.
No, I'm
Yeah.
going into that city.
Don't know that you are.
I'm going to try. This
But
is
how
like
would you?
what you are essentially doing is you asking me to abandon the only home I've ever known.
I'm just saying, unless you know of a secret way in, there's no way you're getting in.
Maybe we can find a way to talk to someone who can. Is there any way that I can contact what's her name?
You forgot her name already? I'm not
I
stalling.
know her last name's
You're fine.
Kelna. Miss Kelna.
Yeah. Arton? Do you have the message spell?
No.
I mean, your other means of communication that you would specifically have.
Can Eden fly?
You don't think a letter's gonna get there?
Can we get Eden to fly to a very specific location and drop it off?
If you can, like, with detail, tell me where it is.
I'm
Yeah.
very familiar with the city, so yes.
Yeah, I suppose Eden could fly a message in.
Cool. And have her wait until Aten sends a message back. I'll write it in the letter.
Sure, I'll keep an eye on what Eden's seeing, just to make sure. Hopefully, the right person gets it.
Cool. So I'm gonna write a letter.
Okay.
Peyton, can I borrow some paper and quill?
Yeah, sure. And with that, there's a little IOU attached to that piece of parchment. Hand it over.
You are so rich. Why are you such a crumb?
My family is rich. I am not rich.
Sure, whatever, man. Same thing. So I'll write a letter basically saying like, "What's up, Artie?
Artie?
Noticed that a siege is happening. That's not cool.
What up with that?
Trying to get in to help out. Also making a delivery. Any tips? Question mark. The bird is gonna wait for you to write a letter, and then they'll come back to us. Signed, Ben. P.S. Did anyone touch my cookies?
Okay. All right.
All right, so tell Eden where it is.
And I describe in great detail where it is. The middle step. I forget what it's called.
Nope.
It's a big church.
No, you got to be descriptive.
Yeah, what does
You
that
can't
sound
say, I
like?
forget what's like. You forget where it is and all this stuff.
Pause for 1 second, as you assholes have me describe something that Malcolm has never seen.
You're right. I have not seen it as Malcolm.
I don't know if you know that there's more than one Malcolm in the world.
This is untrue. Don't believe what he says.
A large stone that stands on a
You
cobblestone.
don't have to read the whole thing out. I'm just helping you.
On the left side of the building walls, you can see, and then I go in more greater detail so that you know that I'm talking about the church.
Okay.
There's lots of trees, lush green grass.
I look to Eden. Do you think you can find this place with that description?
How high is Eden's intelligence anyway? Just out of curiosity.
2.
Really?
It's a hawk.
Is that even capable of language?
Well, like I know, I have like an understanding with it since she's not actually speaking. But yeah, her intelligence changes based on what form she's in.
Maybe a letter carrying type pigeon thing is a better idea. If we need details.
Homing pigeon.
Yes.
They'll land in Africa, plan swallow.
Yeah.
If you have a homing pigeon that we can use, by all means, let's use it. But I'm just trying to use what we can
Eden.
with the tools we have.
Yeah.
So,
pigeon
okay.
is not a possible animal.
I just mean it can carry a letter, right? That's the idea we're going with. Ben's got a letter. We're giving it to Eden.
Yeah.
Peyton,
Sure.
make an intelligence check for me. Just a flat intelligence check.
Can I give him the help action? Because I'm
Yeah.
giving
15?
directions.
Roll with advantage.
15.
1-5. Is that happening again?
Did Mike freeze or?
No,
No,
said,
sorry,
uh-oh.
pockets.
Yeah, Pitts is definitely frozen.
What's happening?
oh, internet.
I'm
Why?
so sorry.
Technical difficulties.
Looks like he's gone a little Italian on us
Hey.
there.
Oh, he's back.
It put. Oh, okay, he's back.
I did it as fast as I could.
Hey!
Yeah.
Hey. So
Oh,
15,
boy.
in case you didn't hear it.
That was with the advantage?
Yes.
All right. You seem reasonably confident that Eden's going to be able to get there. You know, given the bond that you have with Eden and the description that Ben gave, and just the way you've worked with Eden in the past, you seem pretty confident that that Eden will get there.
Okay. So,
So you're telling, and like you just want her to fly straight in?
yeah. So,
Okay.
How would
like
you
going from
propose?
like a high height and then go down, so she doesn't get shot by like a crossbow or something.
All right.
And I'll warg into her.
Cool. And you just clutching the letter in claw? Two claw? I don't know how big this letter is.
Talon.
Talons, yeah. Okay. Cool, no problem.
She has 1 hit point, in case you're wondering.
Oh, don't worry. I know how to kill her.
Is she always glowing green? I think when you first described her, you said she was a glowing green snake.
No, she wasn't glowing.
green snake?
She was just a tiny little.
Is your
green
snake radioactive?
No.
I thought it was like
Poisonous.
a spiritually looking creature, where it was like, you know, kind of.
I think it was because Brickley had done like divine sense or something, and she's celestial spirit, so she was glowing for him.
Oh, well, that's what I'm imagining. Okay, I got you. But she just looks like a normal bird.
She looks like a hawk right now. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. By the way, Brickley, you're at a frame of smidge, just a heads up. Okay, so how far can you warg into her?
I can't. I don't have the telepathic communication with her beyond 100 meters or 100
Okay.
feet. But the warging, I can still see from looks of things.
Okay.
Yeah. I can, as an action, I can look through their eyes and hear what they hear.
Okay, and the distance doesn't matter. Perfect. Okay, no worries. All right, so Eden, you know, clutching the scroll, parchment, whatever, in her talons, takes off, and you see through her eyes and hear through her ears, making you both, I believe, deaf and blind.
Yeah, I do say to just the people around me, remember, I'm blind and I can't hear anything right now.
What?
I guide you to have a hand on my shoulder, just so while I assume we're still walking towards the city, or we already did our rest, right? So
Yeah,
if we're still
this is
walking while
next
you're
day.
doing
I don't know
this?
if you guys are walking towards or not.
I think we get to a certain spot where it'll be easiest and quickest for Eden to get there, but we're trying to stay outside of the actual.
Like detection range.
Isn't the like warg range really short?
Only to
No,
control.
it's just like to give communication to her is short, but I can stay warged in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sweet. Okay, so we're just gonna take a rest then.
We're
While
just
you're
gonna
doing
sit down and see what happens.
it? Okay,
Oh.
cool.
I'm following Dune since he's the only frame reference of what's happening right now.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So Eden takes off, and as you're flying up and you're seeing through her eyes, you're seeing that effectively the city itself is surrounded. One of the things that you take note of, actually, make a perception check.
15.
15. You don't see any specific siege tools. No catapults. No whatever the other better thing is called. I don't know how to say that.
Trebuchet.
16.
Okay.
16. Sorry.
16 changes the game. Just
Okay.
kidding.
Cool.
What you just see is very organized, like squadrons, basically, of men, making this semicircle. Uzmir, hilariously, is shaped like a U, but with the opening to the U out towards the ocean. You can see that from above. And you can see the 3 tiers that Ben was talking about, and that I guess you would have seen as well, right? As you're flying over, Eden does make sure to stay very high up. It isn't until she gets very close to the wall that there are actually a few arrows that come in her direction, but because of her height, doesn't see like there's no problem with it. And following the instructions that Ben had given her, she does circle down, and from above she circles and she sees a church. And to the left side of the front entrance, there is a nice lush garden with trees and flowers. It seems to be fairly well maintained. Not a ton of people on the streets from what she can see. Seems like everybody's busy, and she could see like men up on the walls, and there are a lot of armed men, who you would assume would be guards, that are all along the outside of the walls, on top of the walls, below the walls, moving things around, trying to get a whole bunch of things ready. We see, generally speaking, preparing for a siege. As you're descending, and she looks out towards the port itself, not really many ships. Certainly nobody's leaving, but there isn't anything anchored, as you've been told, out towards the ocean. Nothing that you can see, at least.
Okay.
So she descends.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
While this is happening, I say to everybody, "Oh, we made a mistake. I should have just had it that the person relayed the message verbally, because I can hear through her." Oops.
But I needed her to tell me about the cookies, so
Well, Peyton doesn't hear that because Peyton's deaf right now.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
you don't know that.
I didn't know that, so I say it anyway.
Yeah, no, it's fine. No problem.
Stupid Peyton. He
I
doesn't
think he's
know.
ignoring you.
So she descends down and ends up kind of fluttering in through the door, and you see what you would see in generally most churches. You can see a long line of like benches and everything that lead up to this beautiful like stained glass backed window, and on it you see a gauntleted hand with an eye on the back of the hand, which is the symbol for helm. And as she flies in, there is a dark-haired elven woman who's standing at the back, kind of going over some notes and things like that. And based off the description that Ben gave, you believe this to be Arton. So Eden flies up and kind of scares her, quite frankly. She kind of just looks back and sees the parchment, and Eden drops the parchment in front of her and then just kind of nestles and rests. And you see her pick up the parchment, reads
I
it.
think the right person got the message. Some elven woman.
She
Sounds
goes,
about right to me.
Ben sent you? Strange. Is he okay? You won't. You're a bird. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's her. She's asking about you.
Why
Ben.
are you talking to us if you can't hear us?
Shot. Okay. Well, 1 second. And she goes and she pulls out a quill and begins to write a response.
Nope.
Kind of looking up at the bird. And
She's writing the response.
are you hungry? Do you want? I don't really have any food. Do you like berries? And she kind of has like this like little thing of like blueberries like in a bowl, and she just kind of like puts it forward, and then takes it back and goes, "No, okay. I don't."
Sorry. Sorry, I can never chat and enjoy.
Like roll it up, rolls it up, and then I shouldn't have looked at chat. And then hands it back, and Eden kind of reaches out and grabs it with one set of talons, and then kind of hops up on the other leg, grabs it with the other talon, and takes off in flight. She kind of, oh jeez. And then Eden swoops out and
We're on our way
make
back, guys.
her way back.
Okay.
This time, as she goes, she kind of darts up and circles up while staying like within the middle of the city and kind of more a little bit towards the port side after having been shot at. And she flies up high overhead, and before too long, starts coming down and lands and has a letter in her talons.
Dope,
And
dope,
pop
dope.
back up. Hey, good job, girl. And ruffle her feathers a little.
She kind of
May I
nestles a
have
little
the
bit.
letter? Can I have the letter?
Yeah, sure. I wave my hand, Eden disappears, and the letter
I need to know about the
flies out of
cookies.
my head. Wait, what? That was the letter?
Well, it was the PS part, but yes.
All right, so
I
you look at
had
the
to
letter.
scroll.
And the letter says, Ben, I'm glad to hear that you're safe. And I hope that you've been finding peace along your journey. We're not sure why is this happening, but so far everybody in the church is safe, so you need not worry about that. As for getting in, I wouldn't recommend taking the direct route or trying to talk your way in, as I know you are so keen on doing always.
Non-believer.
What we could try to do, if it's imperative for you to get in, is although it would probably be a little dangerous, I can try to have a boat meet you somewhere along the cliffside, and if you're able to make it down, I could bring you into the city through the port. There's been no ships that have come through the port side. I'm not sure if that's because Eglistan has no army, or oh geez, I'm running out of paper. Boat? Question mark, and that's it.
Well, she left with that question, so it looks like we are going to have to send a message back. Hopefully, your bird does not get shot. But she says that she can try and secretly get a boat to the bottom of the cliff so that we can sneak into the port. Are no boats involving the Eglistan people, so that's an option. We have a boat.
Oh, okay.
If
That's
she
good.
can sneak a boat into the water, can't we just meet her at the water?
We have to climb down the cliff to get to the water.
However, the boat would get down is how we would get up.
Well, the boat uses the water locks, but we can't get that's in the city.
But if she can get a boat out of the water locks, can she get a boat in through the water locks?
Yes, that's how we are going to get back in.
So why don't we just meet them at the water locks?
We can get as close as we can.
Yeah,
But
like
we
Still
try
have
it.
to get
Try
down
it.
the cliff.
I think no matter what, we have to get down the cliff. Yeah.
Yes, that is something we have to do. It's whether how close we get to the water locks might make it easier or harder, but we don't
I
know.
just think we don't really need the boat more than we need an elevator.
I mean, the boat is part of the elevator where the water elevates, and then we go up with the boat, and then we go, and then we go
Yes.
up
So
again.
just
with the boat.
just to maybe help
You're getting
paint
it.
the picture a little bit. So, like I said, like Uzmir's U-shaped, and the water locks are like and it's kind of honestly a ridiculous design. It was almost you would almost assume it was born out of laziness, but the water locks actually run into the center of the city. And because of the way the city is tiered and the districts are laid out, generally speaking, like the High King as well as like nobility are at the top of Uzmir. So the reason why it is built this way is so that they don't have to travel as far to get on their boats for things like pleasure cruises and things like that. So like the water locks are the center of this U-shaped city.
So there's like more or less a river.
It's
that we
almost
would have
exactly.
to-
It's almost like a river that runs in, but it's like 100% like created. It wasn't like this naturally. It's not a natural
Right.
formation.
Would Ben know? That would mean like she would drop a boat off in the middle of the city. It would float out of this river into the like mouth of the river where we would get it and try and
So what
go
you're
back?
assuming is she's gonna have she's either gonna hire a boat or whatever, either like whether it comes from the middle or she just walks down to the port and has one there. You're not entirely certain, but you assume that they're gonna go out to sea and then come down along the coast and meet you somewhere along the coastline. So getting closer won't necessarily make a difference.
Okay. Yeah. See, I was just thinking wherever they leave the city is where we would be. Like, no need to find us
Yeah.
and boat
No,
back.
the
but, like, we'll
only
just
way
be
into the
there.
city would be like from what
I
you've
mean,
been told.
water wise. Sorry, not on
Yeah.
foot. Like, if we were like
that's
scaling
like
the
in
cliffs.
through the That's the thing. Like the sides of the cliffs are very like closest to the city are very sheer on purpose, just so people can't basically just like swing in and just siege around. Yeah, you'd either need a very strong naval force, or something else. Which actually, both Ben and Peyton, you would be kind of surprised that there haven't really been many boats in the water. Because being a coastal city, they actually have quite a good navy. Like they have a very strong naval presence. You'd say that's probably stronger than their ground presence. And you didn't really see anything out there.
Well, we can get more answers if we're in a city, possibly. So why don't we? I'll just put a check mark next to does that work? And the letter she wrote, and then we'll see what happens.
Okay.
I have a important or import. Jesus, Mari, speak.
Mari's having a time.
Yeah. I have a very important question. Did they take your cookies, Ben?
Was it in the letter? Let me double check.
You read through it on the front, you don't see it. And you turn it around, and all you see is cookies good.
Damn it, I don't know what that means. Does that mean she ate the cookies and they were good? Or does that mean that the cookies are good and not eaten? God damn it, I need answers.
Just this time, write that I can understand what you say.
Sure, but I really need. Okay, hold on. And I just write, like, okay, cool. The bird has ears where we can hear. So just talk to the bird.
It is the word.
Bird
Well,
is.
we're good. We'll meet you by the cliffs as close as we can get to the port.
Shouldn't we have a little fire to show them where we are?
I don't
I'm
want to
assuming we're
show
doing-
anyone. We can try and light a fire, like light a torch when we get lower down the cliff. But if we
That's
light a
what
fire up high, yeah, well then yes, that's a great idea, Kamari. Good job. Okay, here's the letter.
Okay, I vamp.
Your hawk makes a very weird noise.
Yeah,
Almost sounds like. Is it a cat?
sounds
not
like a
right now.
cat, right?
I
Do you hear that?
pop
is he
Eden
even
back
sick?
into reality and let her know that I need her to go back and to
Did you
listen.
let her know that
to
she
his
sounds
advice.
sick?
Yes, so I give her the note and
Okay.
take a seat and work back into her.
Okay. Yeah, so she grabs the new letter and doesn't seem super thrilled about being a messenger bird, but wants to help out and do her part. So she does.
I'll give you plenty of cuddles later. I promise.
She gives you this look like, you better. She takes off into the sky again. Oh no, I've noticed. I can hear it. Ooh. Nah, you're lucky. Okay. So Eden takes off into the sky, makes her way back in. One arrow does come up at her, but misses wildly. Maybe there's a breeze. Who knows? Doesn't hit. You're fine. She goes back in and she lands in. Sorry, Ben, remind me what the letter said.
Basically, like, yeah, cool. We'll meet you at the docks, or we'll meet you at the bottom of the cliff as close to the port as we can get.
Mhm.
Also, you don't need to write a letter back. the person who owns this bird can hear through the bird. So you could just relay the message that way. That way, also, the bird doesn't have to fly back. You can just move it back.
Cool. All right. So
Also, cookies. Good? Question mark? Means gone? Question mark? P.S. You better not have eaten my cookie.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. So Arden is sitting there, and she grabs this new letter and reads it through. And she looks at the bird and she says, "I thought there was something different about you. So somebody's watching and listening, huh? It's odd. This is only one-way communication, though, isn't it? This is only about half as efficient as you thought it was."
She's struggling with the concept.
I don't know why he keeps
Because
talking.
I can talk to you, but you can't talk to me.
He didn't understand. What? Did the bird
That's
just say
strange.
that?
What? No.
You just responded to Jardine's response, and I was very confused.
No. Arden's saying this. She says, "Okay, we'll have a boat sent out. We're going to have to do this during the night. So, for your safety, Ben, you'll probably want to go out. Probably want to climb down when it still has light outside so you can make your way down as safely as possible. But we can't risk the boat being seen leaving the port during the day. So, once you're down there, try to signal us as quietly as possible. But I know some people that'd be willing to take a boat out and pick you up. So that should be fine. And yes, the cookies were delicious."
All right, while she's talking about the cookies, I wave my hand and Eden disappears.
What did
Okay.
she say about the cookies?
Oh, sorry, she didn't mention the cookies.
You just said she talked about the cookies.
I didn't say anything. What?
You just said she's talking about the cookies, and then you waved your hand.
No, he was talking to Mike.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was talking to
that was at me.
Damn it.
She
What did
said
she
that
say about
she said she'll have a boat ready for nighttime, and she suggested we try and go down the cliff while there's still some light, while it's
I'm
safer.
trying to go at sunset, so that it gets dark by the time I'm done.
Is this boat going to be big enough for all of us plus the chest?
Oh shit!
We're gonna find out.
We're learning lots today.
One more letter.
Where I come from, there's an
I
exercise
just give him a gold. Like, I'm sorry. Here, I need
for the paper. We
Yeah.
need to send one more.
This is okay. This is Eden's money now.
Do you have an Eden fund?
Fund Eden's flight.
I'm gonna send you to Familiar University. You're gonna become a familiar doctor. To get through your familiar education.
I already have a family doctor. Sorry,
I
familiar
just
doctor.
quickly write down on another small piece of paper. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us, plus a chest that's heavy, 100
Okay.
pounds, and
All right.
I risk Eden doing this trip again.
I thought you cared about this bird. Jesus.
He lies.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
you're so fucking lucky. All right.
How are you
Oh my
missing? This
God.
bird has 13 AC. How are you missing it?
I've rolled a 7 and a 3. Don't worry about that. Yeah. So
I'm
So
just
Eden
so
makes
very
it
proud
back.
of you.
drops off the letter. Is Eden waiting around for a response?
No. As soon as I see she drops off the letter and the woman gets it, I just wave my hand and the bird's back. Like vamps out.
Okay. You see, she starts to be like, "What?" And then just Eden's gone.
Did she mention the cookies this time?
I was just delivering the message.
That's great delivery system then, huh?
What? She got it 3 times.
Right.
Same
Be
day
thanking
delivery.
Eden.
I thanked her with gold. Eden, would you like some more gold?
I pop her back to reality and
Eden,
tell her to fly over to Ben's shoulder.
Eden, would you like some more gold or crackers or? I haven't really paid attention to what you eat, so.
Good, you eat gold or crackers? I'm not sure which, but it's got to be one or the other.
Yeah, I know it's one of the two.
Well, she didn't respond, so I assume she's good.
I telepathically talk to you and ask for gold, and she like flies down a little and pecks at his coin purse.
Cool. I reach into my coin purse, take out the few berries I have in there. Here you go. Would you like the berries?
She takes a berry.
Cool. You can have more than one. Yeah,
She's
take two.
okay.
Take one for the road.
Why do you have food in your coin purse?
Why is your bird trying to take
Oh.
my gold?
It was one of the two things you offered.
It's true, and I gave her one of the two things. Let's go to the cliff, huh?
Yeah, we need to figure out how to get down. None of us have rope long enough for this.
Well, we all have rope. Maybe we can tie them together, and then it's long enough.
I don't have rope.
Many ropes.
We don't have any rope.
That's not true.
We tied up all the bandits
Yeah,
with all
exactly.
of our rope.
I've got a 50-foot thing of
Well,
rope.
we untied the bandits because we told them to go back to Ventos.
I would just cannonball down in my armor. It'll be fine.
You'll
Ben-
cannonball down.
I will.
Possibly.
I'll get the dice ready.
I will goldfish the shit out of this cliff. Okay?
Alright, so we get towards the cliff. What's it actually look like?
Okay, so first I need to know: are you guys just going like straight, like perpendicular? Or are you trying to get closer towards Usmir?
I think we try and get to the cliffs first, and then we try and get as close to Uzmir as we can.
No problem.
Diagonally.
When we look down the cliff towards the water, is it just like cliff, couple jagged rocks, and then water, or is there like a bit of a beach?
So you guys eventually make your way down there. You do find that there is sort of a bit of a beach at the bottom of the cliffs. It is fairly sheer on the way down. Now, you do notice that the further you get from Usmir, the less of a straight 90-degree drop it is. It does almost seem that maybe the rock closer was worked to be as like difficult as possible to climb, just due to invading forces and things like that. But the further out that you get, there is some more like, more rocky bits, more juts, like more pieces that would jut out and things like that. So
I don't think we can get too close to Usmir if we want to survive the way down.
Well, it's going to be difficult no matter what. So
Yeah.
I
Yes,
have a
we
question.
can.
I have an answer, maybe.
How does the tide work in this world?
What do you mean?
Well, it's like you said there's a little bit of a beach, but
Mhm.
if like we get down there and it's nighttime, is it going to be flooded or is it going to be a bigger beach?
Well, you're not really from a coastal town so much, so it's hard to say. But Ben would know. The tide will probably roll in. You're not sure
gets
how
deeper.
high it gets exactly, but you do know that tides work like tides tend to. I'll just be 1 second.
Well,
So how are we supposed to wait for the boats while not drowning?
I
Rope.
think there'll be people in them.
I do suggest we not wear armor, Alton. It's going to make it very difficult.
I'm
I know
I'm
I-
going
But I mean, I think do I have rope? I know some of us use rope, but I don't remember if all of us use.
No, I gave my rope away.
I use.
I've got-
mine.
I still have my rope.
I have no rope.
Oh boy, guys. Adventure 101.
I never had
Rope.
rope.
So
Can you? Is there
does
maybe?
anyone,
Why
does
not?
anyone not have rope, or does anyone actually have rope?
Alton's got rope.
So we have 100 feet of rope.
Yes.
How far is the cliff?
Hmm?
Roughly how far is the cliff down?
Where you are right now, You'd say, just judging by the distance, maybe 150 feet, 200 feet, somewhere around there.
So we have halfway down, no problem. I mean, we can. There's two ways we can do this. We can try and set up the rope near the top or just below the top, and we climb down using it to assist us, or we do our best to tie the ropes to ourselves and try and use each other to hold ourselves up as someone should fall. One of them seems more viable because we do not have 200 feet of rope. So I suggest we tie off and hope for the best. We let Kamari go down last so he can try and hold us all up if we all fuck up. Because he's clearly the strongest.
We don't have enough rope to reach the bottom anyway, right?
Yes. We don't have.
Correct.
We only
So-
have 100 feet of rope, and it's roughly 150 feet to 250 feet.
Can we
Yeah.
see any like handholds and that kind of stuff at least? Like since we're not at the completely sheer part, would there be
Yeah,
like
I
a
mean-
chance of us just climbing down?
You could try. You certainly think it'll probably be difficult.
Why
But-
don't we instead just wait up here? And when we see the boat, then we climb down the ropes and jump into the water once the tide comes in.
Because if they don't
drop
see our signal, they would just assume we're not on the beach.
It will
On the
also
cliff or on the... Yeah, it'll be dark either way.
Yeah,
If we're in the
send a
water or
signal.
the cliff.
We
Just
can-
to make sure that the army doesn't see the signal, but yeah, that could work.
like I can always just throw some fire down the cliff
Exactly.
and use that as a signal. It'll be hard for the army to see it since it's, being shot down and out of view.
Okay, well, let's set up a perimeter to make sure we aren't spotted while we wait, and hope for the best.
Yeah, is there anything we can kind of hide between so we're on the cliff edge, but Normie sees us?
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely find some areas that would. I mean, like the closer you get to the ocean, the less frequent like the trees and stuff are. But with the distance that you're maintaining from Uzmir itself, it's not too hard to find a place that'll be what you think is relatively, covered from where the army would most likely be. All right, you guys are just waiting until night hits.
Let's.
Then?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Okay.
we're going to not start climbing before dark when it's easier.
It's a rope. It's the
I-
same in the night as it is in the day.
It's not about the rope. It's about being able to see where your hands are going.
Yeah, we should
I
go.
agree with Dalton. We should go down to the beach now while we have light.
The beach will be flooding when it's dark.
Well, it seems like we have a hard choice to make. We either go down right now and try and figure out a way to not drown while we're waiting for the boat, or we wait for dark and then hope that we do not struggle to go down because it's going to be very, very dark. I know that we will have the rope to hold down and go down on, but it doesn't make it. It's not going to be easier because at the dark. It's going to be harder just by it being dark. That's all.
If it's sorry, can I ask Eden just to do a quick flyby along the cliffs to see if there's any just like alcoves,
Yeah, for sure.
someplace where we might actually be able to hold up?
Yeah, and for everybody else that's up there, make a perception check for me, just while you're looking down over the cliff.
17.
That's
6.
a natural one for 2.
Brickley,
15.
everything. 15. Okay. Kamari seems to be watching your guys' back for you to make sure that no one sneaks up, which is perfect. So you guys take a look over the cliff, and there are some rather large rocks that do come up out of the water. Some of them are they're the way the rocky face of this cliff is. You're pretty confident that you could reach a point that would be somewhat level that you could wait on before descending the rest of the way down. Again, you're not sure how high tide comes in, but being this far out, there are options for you. So I would say you're not too concerned about not having a place to wait. knowing for sure how much further down you'd have to go, you're not really going to know until the tide comes in entirely. But you do find areas that you would probably feel fairly comfortable wading at different like height levels too.
Okay.
Okay.
Probably go part of the way down then.
Mhm.
At the very
So I
least,
will-
we'll be safe from the army.
I will ditch my armor in the hopes that I can get another set.
I'm not ditching my armor. I'm just taking it off so that it's easier to like maneuver when I'm getting down. That's going to be heavy other way. But at least I'll have some maneuvering.
Just, lash it onto your backpack, Elton. That way, if you
mean-
need to, you can get rid of the backpack and the weight, but you have a chance of
Okay.
carrying it.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Throw it away if you're in danger. How are we getting to the beach exactly? With the 100-foot drop between the rope and the beach?
No,
Well,
we're
if there is a cliff ledge lower, we can try and dislodge the rope and try and attach it further down. I don't know.
I don't
Yeah.
know how we're going to do this.
We can jump.
How?
Yeah. Nothing quite like a 50-foot drop.
150-foot
100,
drop.
100 to 100 or 100 to 50 foot drop, right? Because we have 100
Yeah.
feet of rope. So the most it would be 100 is 100.
But doesn't it
Easy.
get easier? Sorry, doesn't it
When the
get
tide comes
easier
up.
past 100 feet? Like, doesn't it just become more of a slope rather than an edge?
Not really.
did I-
So you'd missed a bit of it. There are like some plateaus you feel that you'd be able to like wade at that are lower down. The problem is the lower you get, the smoother, from what you can see, the rocks are going to get just from like basic water erosion.
Okay.
I
makes
mean,
sense.
we will have the rope for 100 feet. That will be relatively easy, and then we're going to have to. It's going to be a challenge for the next 100 to 50 feet down. That's just it's the long and short of it. We either do this or we try and see if I can tuck our way into the city, which doesn't sound like a wow.
That can be a plan Z, the talking our way into the city if we need it.
I was looking at Kamari or Peaches saying, "Let's drop the chest first." Image,
No
image
thanks.
Oh, I just
Okay.
thought of the best idea. I'll tell you.
But
Oh, it wouldn't. Never mind.
before I go down this thing, I spend a bit more time trying to break this fucking spell.
Okay. Yeah, roll an Arcana check for me.
Wait.
That good, huh? Two.
That-
Okay.
That shit ain't
What's that
coming.
total?
7.
7. Okay. You can't quite figure any of it out. You still have it on this weird half on, half off 40-foot phase. You haven't been able to make it any better or worse.
Do I know if something's gonna happen if we just destroy the chest? Like, do
You're
I
not
know
sure.
if there's? I don't know if there's any spell that would activate in that respect.
Not as far as you know. For when I believe one of you had detected magic, and you detected something magical inside.
Yeah.
But nothing outside of that.
This is a conundrum.
Are you able? Am I able to carry this thing on my back going down the rope?
Maybe have Kamari do it.
I can't be farther than 40 feet away from him. We'd
So
be
then
both
you are
on the
right
rope.
after Kamari.
All right.
I'm kind of
you-
wondering here. Would it be possible to use the chest to lower people down? With
What?
Listen.
We need a pulley system.
No, we have Peyton and someone else to secure his weight, so it's not just pulling on his arm. And we have the chest. And
And
we
Peyton
just
will
have
have to go up and down every time. Yeah?
Peyton could just stay at the bottom with one person securing
Unless
him. He can
unless
float
you go
off.
down then 40 feet, because then he'll just be lifted off the ground.
It's
What we can do is lower Peyton with the chest. I will hold the rope, and he will go down 100 feet. He'll wait at that plateau until we all come down, and we do it again.
So he gets the.
That sounds like the safest way that I keep my arm.
And what's the problem with that, Peyton? What did you do to it?
I don't know.
Remember how it's in this weird on again, off again?
Yeah.
You broke the consistency of the spell.
Yeah.
You can't replicate when it'll hold you at 40 feet when you can get outside of the range of 40 feet.
Yeah, but he's talking about having it like me
Yeah,
carrying it down while I get lowered
like
down.
the rope would be on his like chest, right, holding him like a vest,
Okay.
and he's holding the chest, and
You're
we
holding
low-
okay.
yeah, and we lowered him down until
Yeah.
the next plateau where he can just untie himself, hold the chest.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you were trying to use him like an elevator.
Yeah,
No,
that's
you know,
It would have been absolutely brilliant if he hadn't fucked up the manacle.
yeah. That's what I was thinking before, but the tough part is still not breaking off his arms. So
Okay, no time like the present. Let's
Okay.
go.
Okay.
So I guess I'll go down first.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yeah, I'll
um,
go. You'll be fine.
yeah, we're going to tie the rope onto Peyton,
Okay.
and
Oh
I'm
my
So
God.
how much? Okay.
No,
how
we
much?
should we should tie the rope onto the chest, because if he can't hold on to the chest and he drops it, what happens to him?
he's fine. Yeah.
No, he's not fine. The chest is gonna fall.
If he's attached, he's fine. Like to the chest, right?
If the manacle functions,
Yes.
If the
he would
manacle
fall 40 feet and stop. If the manacle doesn't function, which he doesn't know when that's going to happen, he continues to fall.
Which is why
Potentially, he gets pulled back up if it reactivates within a certain amount of time, but he doesn't know when that's going to happen.
that's why I'm saying we tied the rope to the chest, have Peyton sit on the chest, and then when he gets to the bottom, he just unties the chest.
Sounds good.
Because if we tie to Peyton and he drops the chest, we might not see Peyton again. And he's got bombs.
Is there a platform within the 100 feet of the rope that we can scoot off of?
So if you're looking to tie Peyton, I wouldn't say you'd have 100 feet of rope. You're gonna have to take some of the rope to tie the two ropes together, and then some of the
Mhm.
rope to actually tie Peyton and the chest together. So
Yeah.
I would say you probably have like 80-ish feet of rope, maybe a little bit less. You do see some areas that you think you'd probably be able to get at least very close to. Maybe like a small drop at most to get there. Areas that they're not flat, they're smooth, but like they're less than 90, so or more than 90, whatever one makes it better. Less likely for him to slide off and die a grisly death, basically.
Okay.
Well, let's start tying people to other stuff. We're
Okay.
gonna
Does
we're gonna-
anybody have like a spike on them?
no.
no. Oh, I do have.
It's okay.
I do have a
use-
hand axe.
Before
You've got a trick for this.
Well, I'm going to use transmutation on my staff.
Okay.
You have I've seen you create a hand out of the earth before. Can you use that?
It does not last very long.
Well, it's
Oh,
better
how
than
long does
falling
that
to your
last?
death.
Yes, but I'll transmute my quarterstaff to be like a giant rail spike, or at least
Okay.
have a rail spike at the end, so I can
Okay.
like
Jam it in.
jam it into like a small crevice.
Like in the
Okay.
rocks.
Yeah, in the rocks.
And your transmutation's what, an hour?
Yeah,
3 hours?
as long as I. Pardon?
I
Just an
forget how
hour.
long. Okay. Okay, no worries.
It's for when I'm down there, so I don't immediately slip off the rock and fall to my death.
Oh,
like
I
it.
thought you were tying the rope to it to give us more
No.
length of rope. Okay. Okay.
No. I thought he was being helpful for everybody too, but it's just him, and that's
Yeah.
fine. All right.
Okay, so I'm going to tie the rope to myself. I guess I'm going to be
Okay.
the anchor on this, and I'm
so
just
you tie it around your waist, and
and I'm just gonna brace myself, trying to like dig a hole in the ground so that I can have some leverage.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah, I see what they're doing, and I hand the quarterstaff to Kamari and tell him to jab it into the ground. Just remember to bring it when you come down.
will do.
Okay.
And I'm going to brace myself, and whenever Peyton's ready.
Now,
Yeah, we're gonna
Peyton,
all help.
you're just holding on, going down, right?
I'm sitting on the chest apparently. So yeah, it's that's
Okay.
what I'm holding onto the rope.
I
and
get
I'm
the
on top of
wrecking
the
ball
chest.
reference now. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, no problem. All
Thank
right,
you.
so I assume you're all helping. So I would say, just to play it safe, Kamari, make a strength check for me with advantage, please.
Okay. Yeah, they both roll 20. Like
Nat
15.
20? Okay.
No,
Okay, perfect.
15.
Yeah, so it's no problem. You're able to you take your time with it. You're able to lower him down with the support and everything that you have. It's honestly not too bad at all. There's no slips, no large concerns or anything like that. You're able to lower him down. And Peyton, you get down to a point where it's kind of slick. Luckily, it hasn't been raining or anything, so it's not wet. So you're able to find some decent purchase.
Okay.
Yeah, and you get to an area where you're comfortable to be able to like. You're gonna want to like sit back up against the rock, but you're comfortable that you'll be able to stay there stationary and not be in too much danger.
How much space is there for other people though? Not much.
You could probably fit like at most 2, and that would probably be pretty cozy.
Okay. I yell back up that there's a space for maybe one more person, and then we're gonna have to find somewhere else.
Okay.
Oh,
right.
okay.
So do I safely get on to the ledge with the chest?
Yeah, you're
Okay.
able to untie like the chest itself. You just kind of like once
Push
it gets
against the
down
rock.
there, you push it up against and like you just hold your back up to it. It's a heavy chest, but like with the angle that this is at, it doesn't really and like rock against wood. It's not really trying to slide too hard or anything. It's heavy enough that the weight's keeping it down.
Well,
Just
Kamari
don't
probably
look
has to be one of
just
the
don't
first
look
people to go
Just don't look
down so that he can. All
Up
right,
again.
Kamari,
Yep.
go ahead. Your turn.
If there's only room for one more,
2 more.
um, 2 more.
Well, Peyton said one more.
Yeah. So if I go down, I could probably safely jump away to somewhere safer. I'm fairly nimble. I don't know if anyone else would be brave enough to leap off a cliff edge, but I think it's something
Pass.
I could manage. So I could work my way down there and make room for someone else.
Cool. Kamari should go down second or last.
The only thing is the rope is tied to me, so I'll
I
have to
guess you're
bring
going last. Okay,
rope.
Dune, do your thing. Sorry, Kamari.
All right. I nervously grab onto the rope and start shuffling down.
Okay.
While this is happening, I'm going to hold Maximilian's earthen grasp just in case
Okay.
someone
fair.
falls, so I can grab them.
Yep.
Nice.
All right, no problem.
Okay.
So Dune, make an athletics check for me with advantage.
Hey. Do I got for athletics? Ooh, +5.
Figured.
With advantage.
With advantage. With advantage.
Oh, it was worse the second time.
Okay.
8.
8.
You rolled
Yeah.
worse than a 3 the second time.
Didn't go good. I rolled a 3 and then a 2.
Okay. Yeah, so you're making your way down and you're high. It's spooky. You do as you're kind of going down and the nerves are getting to you a little bit. You think you grasp with the next hand and you miss the rope. And you kind of start to tumble a bit. Make a dexterity check for me. Dexterity saving throw, sorry.
He'll be fine. He's a monk. You don't
Yeah.
get slow fall for at least one more level.
I know. I was looking through my whole sheet to see if I had it, and I don't yet. 14.
14.
Yep.
All right. You fall about 10 feet, but you are able to grab the rope, and you kind of swing. Kamari, make a strength check for me real quick with advantage because you're still holding onto the spike.
We are also holding on to Kamari.
Fair.
So the second one was 18 plus 5, so I did it.
Okay. You're fine. You get like you feel a jolt, and like your body tries to go forward, but with the help of your friends and your very muscular self, you're able to kind of keep stiff and straight, and you don't get pulled over the edge.
Okay.
All right. So
I
do you
try
make
not to
another?
scream.
Yeah. you don't scream, but a little comes out.
Right on top.
Oh God!
But yeah, you're able to much more carefully this time. You just kind of make your way the rest of the way down, and you end up beside where Peyton is.
I was gonna say he's a little heavier than he looks.
You okay there? You almost fell.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a little slippery or something. It's a long way. I got nervous.
Just be
I'm just
careful.
kind of looking around. Is there any platforms? I'm trying to find my jump height. I think it's doubled for me if I use an action, but I don't know what doubled from. It's what I'm trying to find, but I have double jump.
Jay, tell us what the
So-
jump marks are. Or Rebecca, because then you guys know it.
It's like a portion of your move speed, right?
I think it's involving your rank.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Shoot.
I think it's like
the app has a jump.
half your strength score. I don't remember. We can Google it, but I don't remember.
Hold on a sec.
I was trying to find it in the app before I did this, but I could not. I guess jumping isn't really a common.
Oh, if you click on walking, like the actual thing on D&D, it tells you what high jump and long jump equals.
It doesn't in the app. Shoot. All right.
Oh. It says for long jump, when you make a long jump, you cover the number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. When you make a standing long jump, you can leap half that distance.
So you can jump a foot.
No,
Well,
it's just
what's your
ability
strength?
score, not modifier, I believe.
Okay. So my strength is 17, so I can jump half of that from standing.
Yes.
Yes.
I have with a key point, I can use a thingy, step of the wind, to double my jump distance.
Okay. Yeah, I would say about probably 20 feet away. It's going to be a little bit lower as well. There is another section that you'd be able to jump down to. It is going to be like it is going to put you further away from them, but it looks like an area where you actually feel pretty comfortable landing. This one is a little bit more plateauish,
Okay.
but yeah, if you want to,
Yeah, I want to jump for that.
okay, make another athletics check for me. I'm just gonna see if you can jump it and stick the landing.
Sorry, I got tilted. Too much stuff in front of me.
Oh, Pitts, just
Ugh.
so you know,
Doesn't look
when
good.
you land in difficult terrain, you must succeed a DC 10 acrobatics check.
Oh, good
Hooray.
call.
Otherwise, you
Good.
land prone, or in this case, fall off the cliff.
I mean, you can be prone on the plateau.
Aaron, did you
13.
create another character before this?
What did you say, Aaron?
13.
13? Okay.
I
you
still
jump.
got the spell held.
Yep.
True.
So you jump, and you don't quite make what you were aiming for. And you kind of your foot lands just where this like plateau begins, and you do slip, and unfortunately, you do begin to fall.
Yikes.
I cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, and a giant dirt hand comes out of the cliff wall right beside him and just grabs him, or tries to.
Okay. There's no attack with this roll, right?
It's a
Or with
saving
this.
throw for him to do it. So I don't know, since he's a willing creature, if it's just
I would say he's
passes.
willing. So you're just able
As
to make
heck.
this flat open hand that he does land into. Dune.
Oh, I figured it would just like reach out and grab him
Okay.
since he's
That's
falling
what I
over.
thought. Like, yeah.
Sure. That's fine. Okay, yeah, so a hand reaches out and grabs you.
You take 6 damage.
It's better
But I
than-
didn't have to roll damage. I feel less bad about it now. How long
Glad
does
he
that
didn't
spell
leave
last
like
for?
a palm.
It
1
lasts
minute.
for a minute as long as I'm concentrating.
Okay.
So
Can you
for
move
now,
it?
All
All right. Well, we
Oh,
should
you can move me. Yeah, what? Just move people down. Yeah, okay.
The
No
range is
metagaming?
super short, dude. 30 feet.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll put him down on the plateau, I guess.
Yeah, I make sure he gets his footing, and then I release him.
Danger zone.
Okay.
Thank-
So Dune, you're very quickly like you're grabbed, and you're kind of in this weird like there's like fingers going like in places you wish they kind of didn't. And it's not super comfortable, but you're alive, and you get lifted back up, and then kind of you're put above the plateau, and as the hand kind of goes away, you're safely deposited on the plateau you had been jumping for.
Just turn to Peyton and like thank him, and then like go to my hands on knees, breathing heavily, scared out of my mind.
You know what's awful about this? Well, this whole thing was happening. Ben wasn't paying attention, and he's already trying to climb down.
Oh no.
Okay.
Athletics check with advantage, my friend.
Okay, only because you asked so nicely.
Have I noticed that he's on his way down yet?
Probably. not.
Well, I mean, you were kind of focused on the whole Dune situation.
Okay.
First roll, not so
Um,
good. Uh-oh. I roll with advantage.
Yes.
First roll, a total of 11. Second roll, natural 1.
Well, okay.
11.
So
It's above
So you still-
10.
I haven't released the spell yet. It's just released Aaron.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair.
I
So
still don't. Do I have to like do a perception to see if I can tell that Ben's on?
oh
his
no,
way down?
you'd know.
He's screaming.
Be quiet about it.
Yeah,
So Ben,
he-
with armor
Oh,
strapped to your back,
Yeah. Do I
Um,
get the
get
do
the
a
dex
dex-
saving throw. Yeah, to see if you can grab the rope before you plummet to your death, for sure. I got your back, buddy.
That's an 18 plus 0.
Okay.
18.
So with an 18, you are able to grab the rope again. It skids through your hand a little bit as you've grabbed it, just because of the extra weight from like the armor just on your back. It throws you off a little bit, but you're able to tighten up, kind of get your legs involved too, and grind yourself to a halt a little bit. Burns the hands a smidge, but no lasting damage.
The pain means I'm alive.
You are alive, and you're able to climb down the rest of the way of the rope.
I'm at
so
last have
you're
kind of
quick, like, "Ah." And then Ben kind of ends up down beside you.
what's up,
The
dog?
last 30 feet, the hand is just following him behind, like underneath. Just
Just spotting him.
Quit trying to touch my ass, Peyton.
You liked it.
Shut up.
Didn't hear a no.
Didn't. Yes,
So-
and
So
One
then the
more
spell
person can
fades.
be on that little ledge.
That's
Can
not
we-
what Peyton told you guys. Peyton said that this is the max.
I'm down here.
Okay.
There's no more room for anyone, right?
I mean, so now that you're down there, you would think that maybe one more person could squeeze on here, but it'd be tight.
And how far down are we?
So you would have made your way probably at this point about 70 feet down.
And we have like 130 feet to go.
Ballpark, maybe a little bit less.
Cool. How far away is Dune? Just
So
an estimate.
Dune made a leap that was about 20 feet away and maybe like 10 feet down. He ended up about 15 feet down, but
I
he
am
was
going.
lifted back up to 10 feet.
I'm going to very carefully try and climb down. Further.
Okay.
Just I'm guessing a regular athletics check.
That's going to be a regular athletics check.
I'll hold the spell since
Okay.
it's now been like a minute, right?
Yeah, I would say
Ooh, that's a sweet natural 20 for a total of 24.
okay. All right. So you're able to make your way down. I would say you climb down about 30 feet. That's about your move, right? 30 feet? Not that
Yeah.
it matters anyway. You get down about 30 feet before you're able to find like the next kind of what you would call a safe area
Mhm.
that you're able to kind of get yourself situated in and comfortable sitting on.
Cool. I'm just gonna wave up to Peyton. Maybe send the next one down, okay?
All right.
I'm just
Alton,
sitting
come
on
on
my
down.
ledge. Yeah.
Oh,
Sitting
on
with
up.
my legs over the ledge, kicking into the air now.
Yeah, I'm preparing like a shield of faith spell in case everything goes wrong, just to give him some more armor when he falls down.
Okay.
When
so like the clench the chest, clutch the book shaped pendant on my chest. Ogma, give me strength to get through this and the wisdom to find the right handholds, please, dear gods. All right,
I'm
so I
just
sort of
doing the spell for now.
I've got the rope and I'm like leaning back over the edge, coming down. Let's see. Is that
Don't
with
worry,
advantage?
Alton, I have you.
With advantage, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Kamari.
And Alton disappears over the edge.
oh god,
We hardly knew him.
16.
16? Okay. You're able to make it down with no consequence. It's tough going, but you're able to make it down there. The armor strapped to your back makes it a little like the same with Ben. It makes it a little awkward just because you have weight pulling you in a direction that you're not used to, but you're able to make it down beside Peyton without too much trouble.
And then
This is definitely the worst thing we've done so far.
Yeah, I'm scared out of my mind. Just don't look down.
I agree.
Like, lock my eyes forward. Okay.
guys, the water smells so nice, right? Oh my goodness, the spray! I can feel it from here.
Don't say spray.
Oh, sorry.
You say
Maybe.
pray?
Kamari, let's go, my friend.
Okay, I'm gonna use Peyton's little pickaxe thing,
Mhm.
and climb my way down.
Sorry, so what are you doing? You're tying the rope to it? Or I guess you're bringing the rope with you. I don't
Yeah,
What do
I'm
you-
bringing the rope. It's still attached to me, but I'm gonna have to climb down
right.
with this little pickaxe thing. And
Oh, natural. Okay.
so,
Yeah, so like his I would say you wouldn't be holding his like staff with a rail spike on the end in one hand because that would with the length of it and the size of it, it's not really going to help you with the climbing. So I'd say you'd probably put that on your back somewhere.
can I use a hand axe? I know it's not something to grab onto something.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay,
The hand axe isn't really angled the way you'd want it to be.
true.
It goes a little too far, and there's not really a good edge for you to grab with it.
All
I
right.
like the way you're thinking, though.
So just make yours is going to be a straight athletics check.
Okay. That's 17.
17. Okay. Yeah. So you're able to climb down by yourself. It's tough at times to find like the right kind of handholds, but you're able to kind of muscle your way down the rock, and you end up. So what? Well, you run into, and you guys kind of have to all really squish together. But you're on the rock with Peyton, the chest, and Alton, and it's tight.
Like a tiger.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
look at Elton and go, that wasn't too bad.
You're right. It was fun. I can't wait to make this my weekend hobby.
Is there a way you can, use the spiky rope to plant a spot for the rope to come down even further?
Yeah, we need to make space. And are you able to jam the rail spike deep into the cliff?
Did you find us a space to jam?
Come on and slam.
I mean, we could, but
Welcome to the jam, right?
I don't know the strength of this rock. It could break.
Kamari, why are you worried about the strength of the rock? Shouldn't you be worried about the strength of yourself?
No, but if I jam the stick, then it might break the rock.
With the bottom of the stick is made of metal.
Yes.
So try.
Okay. I'm
Jam
gonna
it into the wall.
I'm gonna
not
tell Alton to
the
hold
door.
on to the rope just in case you guys fall.
Okay. Is there like a crevice that we could potentially use for?
Oh, the sad
Talented.
music.
Yeah, I would say you can like there's cracks all throughout the rocks. If you want to try to jam the spike in there, you're more than welcome to. I just need you to make an attack roll, Kamari.
Okay.
I point to a good crevice. Aim here.
Okay. Do I do like what my damage would be? Like since that's my attack roll? So I would use a
D20
D12.
and add your
D20.
proficiency bonus and your strength bonus. It should be what you would actually use to do any like attack with like an axe or something. It'll be the same bonus.
Okay.
So just roll D20 and add. I don't know what you have. I think you have like a +7 or something stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 17 plus 7. So I
He
know.
sinks almost the entire quarterstaff into the rock.
Yeah. You hit and like you find more purchase and you just keep driving it in there until
Yeah.
it eventually stops and you give it like a wiggle and it feels very well stuck in there. You're confident.
Okay. I got it. So Peyton, I think you should go first.
Yeah. Okay.
You need to be
do
more
I know where I need to go? Like, is there something within the length of the rope where I'd be able to?
Yeah,
land on this?
you're as you're getting down, you're finding more and more areas that you're able to kind of stabilize on. So yeah, I would say for anybody that's going to go down using the rope, just make an athletics check with advantage for me. We don't have to do them one at a time. We can start doing them all collectively here. I do need to know what you are doing, Dune, because
Yeah. I mean, I'm good here. We're waiting for the tides to come in. We're waiting for a boat. I've got nowhere else to be. I'm good right here.
I'm in.
Yeah, I think Ben was on a platform beneath them because he crawled down under them.
yeah, but he'd be able to use the same. Like the rope's going to end up going past him, so he'll be able to jump on the same rope and continue down. Like he's underneath them.
Mhm. I'm thinking I may jump to his.
I didn't even use the rope. I rolled an natural 20.
It's true. But like the rope's now going to go 70 feet down, so Ben can basically use the rope to go 40 feet lower than where he is currently.
Yeah, I'm saying he's on a safe platform.
Yeah.
That is like very close to the beach.
You guys
We
are
do.
like maybe halfway down.
Well, we did 70 and he did 30, so yeah, he's like 100 feet down the 200 cliff, right? But we don't know how high the waters rise from the tides.
Right.
So I might try and get to where Ben is, but I'm not really looking to get on the beach when we don't know what's gonna happen.
I'm not using the rope. I'm just trying to get as far down as I can. I rolled a natural 20.
Okay. So
Again?
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
why, but I'm pretty good.
It's fine. You go down. You're no problem. Peyton?
okay, since I have to go with the chest,
Yeah.
I'm
So Peyton
gonna-
technically first, but
I'm gonna cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp and put the chest and me on it and elevator myself down.
okay. I'll
So-
allow it. So yeah, you said it lasts a minute, right?
Yeah, so I don't go slowly.
Yeah. You take the quick elevator. But yeah, you're able to get down to where basically you'd run out of slack with the
Yes.
rope and
So,
find a
so
new.
it does like 5 feet every 6 seconds. Because I've
Oh,
be
that's
around,
fast.
right?
Yeah,
Like, well,
That's pretty quick.
I guess it can move faster than that, but I'm not gonna be fucking trying to sprint my way down to the bottom.
Fair.
Why not?
I mean, you could. It's like a ride. You can just lock yourself in. You know, fingers come up over, strap yourself in, do up the seatbelt.
This isn't like the Top Gun ride.
It could be.
I'm sure you mean
Feet are dangling off the edge.
But yeah, I go down. It's like 100 feet or whatever to a safe platform where I can hang out.
Yeah, so you get to the end of the rope before, like, you obviously don't want to go further than how long that rope is, or else you're going to rip the Kamari and the spike potentially out of the wall, since you're strapped to it all. Yeah, so you're able to make your way down. Ben,
I wasn't attached to the rope.
I thought you said you were.
himself down.
No, I just had put the chest on the hand and I sat on it.
Oh, okay.
Went down.
And you just went down. Perfect. All right. Yeah,
Didn't think of this before.
So that would give Alton even a slightly more rope, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
no
yeah.
top anything. Okay.
I just yell up, heads up, I can't do this anymore.
You're such a bitch. I love it. So yeah, you guys see just Peyton on a hand, just like grinding rock noises as he's going down, and then he gets down till. And how high up from the water do you want to be? Because I'd say you can probably get at this point with how long it lasts, however high up you want to be.
Okay, just based like looking at the rocks, do I have kind of an idea now that I'm so close how high the tide is? Because it would wear away the rocks, right?
Yeah, you can probably see where it gets very smooth, and it's probably about maybe 20-30 feet up from where the actual beach is.
About 10 feet higher than that, if I can find a platform around there.
Yeah, you're able to find one. That's no problem.
Okay.
That's where I'm sitting.
Hey, Ben.
Actually, yeah, you'll probably get down to about where Ben is, where he got with that roll for
Ben's
sure.
armor is like halfway on by the time he gets down.
All right, Alton, do you want to go down as well?
no, but let's do it.
All right, with advantage.
With advantage. All right, swinging my way down.
Sending my way downtown.
Well,
It's not the worst.
no.
Okay,
Just hold on.
that's with advantage.
I rolled an 11 and a 10.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alton,
so-
just for the lulls, make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Yeah, so that's gonna be worse. Cool, let's do that.
Oh, you got -1 to Dex, right? That's fun.
Oh no, I rolled a nat 20 on that one, so 19.
Ooh. Nice.
I'll kill one of you guys. Summon.
Right.
So
Say how much you want to do.
you too lose grip on the rope. However, about 5 feet down. Not even. You come off from it, and as you're starting to fall back, like you're just able to like shoot your hand out and grab it, and you actually steady yourself quite quickly before continuing down and making the way down to a plateau that's probably about the same height and level as where like Ben and Peyton. These are all kind of lying the same way. Mr. Dune,
It's me.
Mr. Jump to a new plateau where no one else
Yeah.
is. What would you like to do, bud?
Yeah, I want to jump from where I am to the first plateau that Ben walked to, or crawled down to.
How high can you jump? Because you're about 10, so you're about 20 feet out and 10 feet down.
Yeah, I'm just jumping from the one I went to the one he climbed to.
That's a lot further down.
No. He went from one platform to another.
Oh,
I'm jumping to the first one.
The second one that he got into?
Well, I was higher up than he was. So I wanted, like, there was them, me, him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I just want
I
to keep
thought
hopping.
originally you meant you wanted to go to the one he was like much further down. I was like, don't do that.
Baby steps.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you can make for the plateau that he was on. Go ahead and make the athletics check for me there, big guy.
Boy. With advantage? No, that was just the rope thing.
And there's
11.
no help here. It's just you and the heart of the dice. The
Yep.
soul of the dice?
Well, this one doesn't have a soul. I can tell you that. Yeah, 11.
Cool.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, you don't have the hand to help you.
Thank God, shit.
So I will give you this because of the location of everything and where you're jumping. Make a dexterity saving throw for me. So you jump and you do not reach the plateau. However, you are jumping in the direction of a rope.
Okay.
So make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Good one.
Ooh, 19 plus 2. Oh no, plus 4.
I think I'm too nice to you guys.
Fucking monk.
So as you make for the plateau and you kind of bounce and you spin a little bit, as you're coming down, you do end up passing the rope. And with the roll that you gave and the DC I had set it at, you are able to grab the rope. So, Kamari, make a strength check.
Okay.
But it is wedged into the cliffside as well.
I know. Make it
Yeah.
with advantage.
With advantage? Okay. Oh, that's way better. That's a 23.
Okay. So Dune throws off your center of gravity hard by grabbing this rope, and with the momentum that he has, swings out with this rope a little bit. Not crazy high or anything, but he does bring it much further off from where you had centered and where Alton was climbing down. Alton, you get off the rope just as this happens. And you see Dune kind of jump. You hear like the sound of like shell hitting rock. And then you feel the rope, which was like kind of coiled a bit at your feet, goes flying out wildly as Dune's like a fucking swashbuckler fighting on a pirate ship, taking the rope across before like he comes back and forth, and you see Dune's just like clutching the rope.
Prince of Persia.
There it is.
He's Persia. And you're able to climb down the rest of the way and join your friends, not as paced.
Cool, we wait.
Easily, safely.
Kamari,
Yeah. Is there enough space for me to climb down to where they are?
there's like there'd be a plateau like that's down there nearby that you'd be able to get to. That's not very far from them.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is what I would like to do. So I have a javelin in my inventory.
Oh my god, you can't just climb down, can
No. Oh, are
No,
you?
No.
I'm so
So
excited.
I was going to take out the Peyton's kind of staff out.
Yeah. Mhm.
I was going to jam the javelin in
Oh, okay.
or into like
That's
another
the whole
another
party.
thing just to make sure that it's in there. I'm going to tie the rope and climb myself down.
Okay.
Yeah, because it would be slippery. I don't think I can make it down there.
No problem. Just make I'd say pulling out his staff is not going to be a problem, but make another attack roll for me. Just
Okay.
using your strength for the javelin.
Oh, hold on. So that's 22.
Yeah. So you jam it in, kind of give it a couple test pulls. Feels like it's in there secure. You tie the rope off to it, and then you begin your climb down. And if you can make an athletics check with advantage for me, please.
Okay. First one is 20. Yeah, we'll go with 20.
Perfect. You're able to climb down. You find an area that's, like I said, nearby to everybody else, and you join your friends, and you're all safe. None of you are dead. You've all made it down the precarious cliffs.
That was fun.
It was
We should-
not.
We should
No.
Let's never do that again.
I mean, it could have been worse. We are alive, and that is all that matters.
We still have to get on the boat and into the city.
This is true.
Yes,
There is an
that's
army
the
to
easy part.
bypass.
I mean, we bypassed the army by coming down the cliff, no?
Can I use this
We hope.
time to take a short rest?
Yeah, I would allow
Yeah, I
that.
mean,
You guys are all
We're
fairly
waiting. Yeah. Oh boy.
safe. Arcane recovery.
Yep. So I recover a level 2 spell.
I'm going to pat Alton in the back, and I'm going to be like, "You did very good, very proud."
I would like a blanket and a coffee. Can anybody
I
make
have
that?
a bedroll. I can give you that.
I've got my
Thank
own.
I think we have an owl bear blanket.
I don't want that anywhere near me.
It's kind of sticky still, so I wouldn't.
The best.
Oh, that was
You
fucking
keep that
terrible.
horrendous thing away from me. That was the worst thing I've ever done.
Yeah, your trick with the hand helped me a lot. Think I nearly died twice, so thank you, Peyton.
You're welcome. Be careful next time.
Thought I was.
Be
I didn't
more
realize. I'm more careful. Yeah, I didn't realize I was this scared of heights, but boy, am I.
Good. I would like to cast timer lapse, please.
No, I don't
What?
think you know that spell.
Malcolm would like to cast.
For sure. No, I know we're running a little bit late anyway, so
No, not because we're running late. Because I want to get in the city. Because that sounds dope.
it's fair.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, unfortunately, no, I'm joking. The sun does finish setting, and darkness does set in.
Oh, darkness, my old friend.
There is some moonlight tonight, so you are able to sort of see the rocks and everything like that. You more hear the water than you can see. It's just an inky blackness below your feet. And you would say you're probably about 10 feet away, maybe 10, 20 feet away from the water. You guys are, about 10 feet away from the water. Yeah, it's dark. It's night. Well, night-ish.
Shall we light the torch
I think we should
and wait?
keep a signal lit.
Do we see the boat at all, or no?
I imagine we won't be able to see it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, with the like visibility and the amount of light that you're getting from the moon, you're not really able to make out too much. Not in the water, at least, or straight up the cliffs either.
Peyton, can you light this torch for us? I'm just gonna stick it out and kind of
Okay.
like move my head away.
I
don't burn.
just cast firebolt in my hand and just move it onto the torch. It lights
There
up.
we go. Okay, and I'm just gonna kind of hold it out so they can see it. I'm kind of holding it there.
About 20, 30 minutes pass, and then you begin to hear paddles in the water. And a fairly large rowboat shows up, and there's a man on there who's doing the bulk of the rowing, unfortunately by himself, and he looks none too happy about it. And then, Ben, you see your old friend, and Arton is on the boat as well.
Aten,
Ben,
did
Ben,
you eat all of my cookies?
not all of them. Not I didn't. There aren't. Ben,
Is this important right now?
Yes, it's important.
We can talk about this when we get in the city.
He's right.
No, I'm getting on the boat.
Come.
Okay,
Calm down.
okay. All right, friends, down to the boat we go.
Yeah, and you guys are able to make your way down fairly safe. You have help. They get the boat up against the rocks. So with a little bit of maneuvering and having to get the chest down and everything.
Do I recognize the guy on the boat?
You don't recognize him. He does kind of. He looks gruff. Like he has like some grimy clothes. He has the stench of the ocean on him.
Oh, could you imagine if it was Charles?
And he kind of looks over at you and says, "Oi, I'm Davey. Let's go. Hurry up."
I use the hand elevator and move as many people as possible.
Okay. Yeah, so you kind of use it to descend things quite quickly, and he kind of looks over at that and says, "No, none of my business." And he looks over at you, Kamar, and he says, "Big guy, help me row."
Sure. I would grab one of his rows and start rowing.
Yeah.
Oars. Yeah, thank you.
Kamari doesn't know an oar.
Yeah, I don't know what a fucking oar is. I don't even know how to do one, so we're just going around in a
And
circle.
he kind of shows you. He's like, no, you gotta just down so it comes out of the water. Pull it.
Okay.
Just pull it. Okay, and then we go at the same time. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. It's there. There. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like beheading waves.
Yeah.
Spinning around in circles.
Just hacking at the water.
Yeah.
I can't jump the head off. Yeah, and you guys get back on the boat, and it's very dark. Like they don't have any lights lit, but eventually, after probably about an hour, you start to come out and around, and you can see all the lights of Uzmir just lit up in these now glowing looking steps with all these different buildings, and at the top you can see this large castle with another large building not too far from it as well. You're not sure what that is. Ben, you know what that is. And you guys make your way into the port, and he rows you in and ties off the boat. He says, all right, everybody out. You didn't see nothing. I didn't help you. You don't know me.
Okay, thanks, Davey.
We don't know you.
And
They're all
as
true.
Arton gets out of the boat, she kind of slyly slips him a bit of a bag. He says, thank you again. He's like, oh, all right, no problem.
All right. Thanks, Davey. Goodbye. Have a nice night.
You don't know me. Don't use my name.
No problem, Davey. It won't happen again.
He mumbles and walks off.
So, High Priestess Kelna,
Yes.
are we good to enter the city? Have they entered the city at all, or can we just walk to the church?
Oh. Yeah, no, we can just walk. They're not inside. They're outside.
Dope. I was just making sure that siege didn't become an
Still
invasion.
using that phrase, are you?
Yes,
No one understands it.
I mean it's close to hope, but with a D.
Right, but it's different. I've missed you, Ben. She kind of gives you a big hug.
Yeah, I have her back.
I've
Okay,
got to
friend.
get you up on. Let's go.
Yes, let's go
Head to the church.
to the church.
And you guys make your way up, and you begin to ascend the steps that lead to the middle tier of
Yes, so
Uzmir.
you hear Ben hum, take me to church.
All right, and that's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
City.
Zaga.
You've made your way in, and not at all in the way I was expecting, and I love you guys for that.
Of all the harebrained schemes
Yeah,
that
you're
I have
dying.
ever come across,
That was good.
Oh
That's good.
man.
That was a
Didn't
lot of
have to
fun.
talk
I
her way
thought I was
through
gonna
it.
have to kill a bunch of you.
I thought
I
the
think we're done.
to get it in a way where you didn't have to use any of the maps that you planned for. So
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We never used
I
the
did.
map.
I did make maps, and you're right. We used none of them. There were no kerfuffles. The only thing they fought was the cliff in themselves, and honestly, they kind of lost. So
Yeah, gravity
yeah.
beat my ass today.
I rolled 2 natural 20s to
You
get down
did.
that.
You did. That was
I'm
clutch.
pretty sure I was using no hands.
Yeah.
For half of it, the second half of
Biting the
that.
rocks on your way down.
Yeah, jumping from bite to bite.
You're welcome for not letting you plummet to your death
Yeah.
Yeah,
after you pulled that
Taking-
shit with the chest.
yeah, we're gonna have to keep that one in mind, especially with the chest.
Gotta say, that wasn't how I was expecting the episode to start, but that was good.
Oh yeah, at the beginning.
Let's start it right away. Practical joke. Okay.
Uh,
Did you like how I used like the cheap ass Bigby's hand?
It's good.
Yeah.
Cheap, man.
It's a poor man's big V hand.
yeah, that
Awesome.
was great.
Well, as always, everybody, I want to say thanks very much for coming out. In case you haven't heard, because I don't think we talked about it last week, but we have our Extra Life stream coming up. So on November 6th, beginning at, I believe, 7 p.m., we're running until 7 p.m. of November 7th, and that's when we're going to do our Extra Life stream. In case you don't know, it's a charity stream. We stream for 24 hours. We do a lot of stupid things like eat very hot sauces and play a bunch of games, and we're going to do another D&D session during that as well. So if you like this stuff, you'll probably want to join in. We'll get all of our information out in regards to where you want to donate. If you want to donate, we'll be taking donations during the stream, before, after, all that kind of good stuff. But we hope that we see you guys there, because we always have a lot of fun doing it. So it's going to be our 5th or 6th year doing it, depending on which one of us you are, I believe. So yeah, it's all for a good cause. I don't think I mentioned this. It goes to Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto for most of our donations, I believe, if not all. But they all support the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So it's a great cause, fantastic. And we'd love to do it. So if you want to be there for that, please do. If don't, then I totally understand. Anyway, but also, yeah, please
do. And also, what day was that again?
That's gonna be November the 6th.
November the 6th.
November 6th.
Friday.
It's a Friday.
Friday.
Oh, yay.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be
Absolutely. Yeah, so thanks everybody again for coming out. Have yourselves an absolutely fantastic evening. Thanks for all the support today too. You guys have been fantastic.
Amazing.
It's been so much fun.
Benjamin,
Have a great night, everybody. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Everybody.
Bye.